This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Power football with the run. Twist his way through. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
On the move. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit, My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Quarterback will keep it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Burden. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
To the ground with the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man on the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Canes are marching down the field. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Sooner offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 7, 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot, and because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
He leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defense.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Looking for a block. It's Jefferson. Oh, he left him grabbing. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Short fields make successful offenses. Just what they want here. Looks as if he's going to run it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Using his feet. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooner. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
On second down, he'll let it fly. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Canes have this offense rolling. After run, now throw. Complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, they picked up that first running the football. That's good news for an offensive line that really has been getting pushed around and bullied in this game so far. Let's see what happens moving forward.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the ball is intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, running back on the move. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They're trying to get to it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He wants it all. Touchdown, Miami! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
One of the areas they really receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
The aerial assault continues. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
The Sooners will try to convert on fourth down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
At midfield, he's got room. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. On first down, here comes this offense. Wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll pull it down and run.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's in open space downfield. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 4.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's 2 options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
He lofts one down the sideline. And the pass hits, picked off. Takes it the other way.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 21, Oklahoma 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Right back to the well. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's looking for a man on second down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Jefferson. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Calls his own number. Got enough for the first down. Running toward the tape. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they close the deal with an 82-yard touchdown jaunt. And he's coming out the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job holding on to that football really tight at the end of the run. You got to understand the situation. You're up. It's the fourth quarter. I want to keep that clock moving, but more importantly, I can't turn it over. I got to make sure I wrap it up. Really good job by the QB there.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease. It's Vick. Hits him with a stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And he's a little bit short, but how about the effort? At least he laid out. You see so many quarterbacks slide nowadays to protect themselves. He laid out for the first down. Unfortunately, he's a little bit short.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
He's knocked down at the 7-yard line.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.